one of these Alan Wake streams. Should be good to go. I have no idea how near the end of the game or not we are at this point. I'm really trying to get a sense. I feel like we've got to be like 3/4, 2/3 of the way through. I gotta put my camera on. And apparently failed to do this. Let's get everything set up. And we're ready. I need like a chapter list so I can see like how many chapters there are for each side of this story and how many chapters deep or not I am in that regard. Okay, I remember we were in a hotel lobby. I think we were trying to follow where the blood went, which was into here. And my guess is we've got to take this plot element.
The scene changed with the story.
And now there's nothing plot-wise. Yeah, so we took the plot off and we can come in here. That's good. I can start exploring. Try and work out what Zane's whole deal is with his film he's trying to make. I know this isn't really a jump scare kind of horror experience, but my brain is, for some reason today, has decided like this is the day I must. I'm fearing the jump scares before they've even happened that probably aren't going to happen. Okay. Cult of the Word.
Do you a lot of good to talk, buddy.
It was an initiation ceremony. Or so we made our new members believe. 2 of New York's finest. They had performed endless favors to earn their place among us. We had something special waiting for them. And something very special for you, Alex Casey.
Who's your leader? Alan Wake? Scratch? Zane? Give me a name!
I am still in deep theory crafting realm about this game, and every time I play this game, I get like 30 seconds in and have completely different ideas of what might be happening. Where I am at currently is, did Alan Wake write Zane into reality as a filmmaker to get him to make a film about that would come true about the murders to get Alan out? I feel like that's getting a bit convoluted at this point, but
you will meet him soon enough.
There was no end to the corruption. It fit the genre, so I'd use it.
What does New York's finest mean as a plot point? They had gathered behind the doors for their rite of initiation. Okay. New York's finest actors had worked hard to be in this scene, I guess. Has that changed anything else? Go somewhere upstairs now? Still can't work out where these arrows are pointing. Okay, one's pointing over there. Words of power, words of fix. Just increase my health. That's the sensible one. Where is it trying to point me for this other word of power? Up here? Could we not go up here before? Hey, Artist Synth, how you doing today? Okay, can't go that way. I'll look for that word of power in this room somewhere. The arrow sure seemed to be suggesting it was going to be... Maybe I'm wrong. I thought there was one pointing this way, but I guess it was the one pointing that way. Okay, can we do anything in this room? We're no longer considered in the lobby, so we can't change this. Big wobbly wall of haze there. I don't think that gets us anything. This could be different. No, but there is stuff to pick up if our inventory wasn't full. Am I a fool? Is this the new area? This is it. Okay, what would be going on in the theatre hall? I assume currently it's still New York's finest. This is where whatever is happening to those actors is going to happen.
The plot changed the details of the world.
Okay, the art section is there, so I need to get up on that stage.
I'd done some digging. To film freaks, he was a mythic auteur in the art house cinema. A rising star coming to America from Finland. But he only created one film, Tom the Poet, before he went missing, mirroring the vanishing of the main character in the movie, played by himself. The biggest mystery was around his lost film. An early work made in Finland, Nightless Night, rumored to have mystic properties. Some claimed it was a snuff film, that the ritual murder in the film was an actual murder. There were no known surviving copies, but the cult chased it as if it were their unholy grail, just like Wake's books were.
I mean, if someone makes one good piece of art and then just vanishes, yeah, you're gonna end up with people having a cult of personality about their lost work. Even with, you know, creators that create for years and then stop, like, you know, there's no mystery to it, they just stop creating, you get that sort of like, yes, but I need every bit of lost work that they never published, I need them all. That person is me. That person is me, I don't deny it. Right, we're up on the stage. Right, if we come backstage, do we get anything? No. Go through the curtains? No. I don't think I have a new plot element yet. No. Now that I'm in here, can I change this to Cult of the Word? Hey, Incompetent Hero, happy Monday indeed. How you doing? Oh, is this how we're gonna see Zane's film? Nope, it's just gonna count down from 10 and then do so again. Okay, that's not watchable.
Wake.
It is causing shadow people to form in the audience, but they're not hostile, and that's interesting.
Alan Wake.
Aha. Oh, I need the light back. Oh, where are you? Stop stabbing me, sir. Let me shoot you with my gun, please. Oh, I gotta... Ah, this is... Let me reload my gun, please. There we go. Done. Alright, so yes, I have. Painkillers. Alright, let's try and see this plot now.
Following you, it's you. Following your master into La La Land. A sad bunch of clowns and funny...
Scrangle3D in the Twitch chat says, it's time. I've been looking forward to this. I've been looking forward to this too. I apologize for not doing a Friday stream. Absolutely exhausted. The changing of the time on the clocks, plus the sudden cold weather, has just really drained the energy out of me. I just kind of crashed out on Friday night.
Pretending to be a secret society.
Hoping I can finish this before Pogquisition Wednesday.
You is playing a role, Mr. Casey. A role carefully laid out for you. A puppet blindly performing the ritual steps for the glory of the cult. Huh?
What the fuck have you been smoking?
Nightless Night.
Yeah, I'm at that.
Clip of the lost
I'm at
picture.
that. I need to put the daylight lamp on part of the year.
In the Nightless Night, you will finally see.
Nightless Night was Zane's film.
Okay.
It played a role in this story.
Well, we're in the theater, so I'm guessing we want to put clip of the lost film, because the theater is presumably where we would see it. Yeah, well, I've got tonight's stream, and I can probably, like, squeeze a stream in tomorrow if I need to. I feel like I'm getting toward the end of, like, the Alan side for now. And then I gotta get back to the Saga side where she's going to go see the Sons of Odin. And I really have a tough time working out how far through this game I am or am not. Oh. I wanna watch Zane's Lost Film. Let me get up. Everyone could stop shooting me for just a minute.
Zane's lamp on the story had no light. I could transfer the light to his.
Yes, Alan, you didn't have to give me a hint that quickly. It wasn't that I hadn't solved the puzzle yet that was stopping me, Alan. It was that I was being attacked by creatures at the time. Like, that was somewhat taking the priority on, just eat, like, 2 entire bottles of painkillers. There we go.
The light of the lamp shone out of the screen and revealed the door.
Did it? Oh, I guess it did. You one that's going to actually attack? No. Okay. Yeah, well, I can get 3 or 4 hours done today, and I'm
I was back out
wondering how close that is to being
The
done.
city alley away from prying eyes was a good scene for dark deeds.
Okay, this is a new location where I'm guessing we want New York's finest? But you know, that did mean cops. Of course, you know, it's fine. It means cop. Okay, where do I find the dark sphere that I can make an eclipse on this with? Ah, there. It was in the dark.
Think they're gonna want us to, like, cut off a finger or something for this initiation, do you?
Nah, I'm sure we'll just chant some ceremonial stuff. Nothing to it.
Oh.
It's about time.
Zane talked some cops into being in his
Made plenty of
cult
their problems
murder film.
disappear. Dumped all those nobodies down that chute.
What we did or didn't do, it's all behind us now. We're going straight to the top, partner.
Yep, like we died and went to heaven.
Oh, did they sell this as like, you'll, we're initiating you into a secret society, all sorts of good things will happen to you, like, this is essentially we're getting you in the Illuminati, is it? Okay, safe room. Oh. Okay, I took the flashing lights from the cop car. Means I took some of the light from the cop car. I can take it somewhere. The question is where? Oh, I saw a fascinating film at the weekend. Now that you know, can more easily talk about films now that the various strikes are done with the movie industry. I watched. Actually, yeah. We'll try changing the scene in a sec. I watched a film that just came out called Dream Scenario, in which Nicolas Cage plays the most bland man on the planet who for some reason people start having dreams about inexplicably, in which he's just weirdly ominously stood in the background of the dream, not really doing anything, not taking any action. Like, if it's a bad dream, he's not like stepping in or anything, he's just kind of there. And the chaotic downward spiral of a man trying to capitalize on the fact he's in everyone's dreams for no understandable reason, has to then deal with the consequences of people having like quite violent nightmares about me in their dreams now, and I'm trying to disavow myself of that, having tried to get fame off of the back of ambivalently being in their dreams. It was a fascinating, if like intense film. Kodriep says, how and why do you get Nick fucking Cage as a bland person? Specifically because it is walking a line from like, this is very unnatural to see come out of Nicolas Cage, into by the end he's doing a very Nicolas Cage performance for a horror effect. And there needs to be that like range for escalation. It starts as a comedy about the blandest man on Earth and becomes a horror film about the descent into madness of the blandest man on Earth. It's okay, has this changed anything? Does having that... No, that changed nothing. Nicolas Cage was the perfect fit for the unsettling comedy into unsettling terror that film is. Where do I put a light to? Can I like climb up somewhere? No, I think I'm just gonna have to change the scene type and hope that gets me somewhere. Cult of the Word? Oh, hey, Thimba. Sorry to hear your laptop's been crashing and stuff. Cotriette points out, yeah, what's that film called? The Unbearable Burden of Massive Talent, which is a film in which Nicolas Cage ostensibly plays Nicolas Cage. That is, yeah, Nicolas Cage doing his most Nicolas Cage.
I was sure I had the answer on the plot board.
I'm sure we probably do. I'm trying to work out the answer, Alan. I'm getting there. Oh, we
Someone
got.
had fallen to their death from the rooftop.
Oh, is this it? Do I have to look over at that rooftop from up the top? Stefano Muesli says, I want to see a big budget game with Nick Cage as the protagonist or villain. I mean, it's not a game, but if you like villain Nicolas Cage, dream scenario, sure, is some of that. Right. Yeah, I think we just go try the other, thing on here, so that would be clip of the lost film. Oh, the death happens in the lost film. No, we can only get that bit of that plot piece only exists.
In the city trapped in eternal night, they watch the film where the night never arrives, where the night hides in your mind.
Okay, I think it's gotta be the cult one, because that's the one where there is a little plot orb up on the roof. So I feel like it has to be Cult of the Word. Oh, the new Alan Wake does look gorgeous. It really does. Okay, is there any way up to the roof from in this room? No. I want to make some progress today. I'm not going to lie. I have a walkthrough open in a tab that I could check at any time, and I might once or twice grab it today just on a... I kind of just want to make the progress, and I'll give it a... You know, I'll give it a go myself and then go, yeah, let's keep things running. Stefano Muesli says, I was surprised by Steph's review. Everyone seems to love this. I don't blame Steph for hating it, because I feel like I'm probably going to end on the side of being quite positive about it. But there are moments in this game where I have actively felt pissed off and wanted to walk away, and I think ultimately the game's going to stick the landing and make those moments work in hindsight. But I don't blame anyone who, in some of the early moments, goes, this feels incredibly contrived. I don't enjoy it.
On the plot board.
Maybe I had missed something on the plot board. Where find a way to go through the door. Okay, did I miss? Okay, maybe. Okay, I'm trying to work out what I missed. It might have been on the. Okay, so it was when the plot the cops were here. Bringing something about an angle of when I take the lights.
The police car felt important to the story. This felt correct.
Be able to walk up steps with red lights. Even having read the walkthrough there for a second, I still don't understand what that was asking of me. What is this asking of me? Oh. Ah. Pure luck that I got that. Timber in the Twitch chat says, in other news, I don't know where I saw that, but I read some sites suggested Hunter Schafer for the role of Zelda in the upcoming Zelda live action. Who is Hunter Schafer? Let's have a look. Oh, okay, yeah, I see why an LGBT rights activist person would piss off certain people online. Yeah. Incompetent Hero under Twitch chat says, the Zelda movie being live action has me wary. Look, I'm wary. I think it's sensible to be wary about the live action Zelda movie, but here's what I'll say about it. The thing that's reassured me most is an interview that got translated with Miyamoto from Japanese, in which he talks about the, I think it's the film's director, and the fact that, the film's writer, that he and the film's writer have been talking about this film back and forth for about 10 years. And, like, he specifically was like, hey, one of the reasons I feel confident doing this live-action Zelda film is he has been really comfortable with, like, a decade of us back and forthing, and like, if one of us isn't 100% happy with it, we go back to the drawing board. And I'm like, that's reassuring to hear. Yeah, that is reassuring. Live-action movie with a protagonist who in the games doesn't usually have a voice is a hell of a barrier to overcome, but I'm intrigued. We'll see. Oh yeah, that's the thing. I think the feel will be right, even if the specifics will be questionable.
Looked down in the city, their city. They had committed repulsive deeds to get there. They told themselves it was worth it.
Okay, what do I do while I'm on the roof? Oh, climb further up. Hey, Gumba Master, how's the Alan Wake treating me? It's treating me well. I'm ready to be finished and mull it over with, like, all of the pieces known, but, yeah, and that's the other thing that reassures me about the Zelda film, is Nintendo made a film with Illumination and it wasn't received terribly. It was received reasonably okay. And Nintendo didn't just go, cool, Illumination makes all the Nintendo films no matter what because you didn't fuck it up. The fact that they're, like, willing to work with other people, and specifically Sony, is, like, a Sony-published Nintendo property film is, like, I feel like someone at Nintendo has to be pretty confident to feel that that's the right move. You know what I've been playing, and I kind of want to play through on stream after Alan Wake, maybe. I know I have other stuff I want to be streaming at the moment. I've been playing through the new Yakuza game, Like a Dragon, The Man Who Erased His Name, I think it's called, which is kind of a shorter, slightly more, button mashy, shorter Yakuza game with series previous protagonist Kiryu that sort of leads up to the next RPG one that's coming next year. I've been having a lot of fun with it, despite being frustrated that the English dub isn't available and having to focus on subtitles. Quadriap, have a good night. Alright, let's kick the door in and see what we find.
It was locked from the other side.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna have to find another way around. Oh yeah, Mario RPG Remake is out on Friday of this week. It has also leaked onto the internet early, as all of Nintendo's games do these days. Be aware if you're trying to dodge, seeing too much of it before it's out, but... Okay, how else am I gonna get in there? This isn't a scene that I can change the setting on. There's another door out the other end of the safe room. Yeah, everything I have seen about the Mario RPG remake is very faithful recreation, and I think that's what a lot of people just want out of it, really. Okay, how do I... Let's see, Alan, now is when I could do with you giving, like, a not-so-subtle hint for me. Look around. Oh, Zigra, thank you for the lovely compliment. Zigra in the Twitch chat says you do good work and I appreciate your streams. Oh, thank you. Can I... just let me kick the...
opened on the side.
Let me kick the door open, Alan.
Wait.
Where do I hear that voice from?
Wait.
Yeah, there we go. Where I came up. Can you do anything over here? Yeah, today I am just checking the walkthrough when I need to, because fuck it, I have no pride here. I want to see this game through. Is there somewhere around here where I can change the story thread? Is that it? Yeah, I'm at the point in this where I'm like, it's not making it more fun for me to... But, yeah, this is what I missed. To not be able to spot where a thing I'm looking for is. I'm just like, hey, just like, what have I somehow managed to miss? Okay, okay, what do we want the plot? This is out in the night? If it's not New York's Finest, I'm gonna guess Cult of the Word, because we heard chanting on the other side of the door, so maybe if we turn it to Cult, we can walk through the door. Although, I don't even know if it's obtuseness. You know what it is in this game? It's a lot of very dark, very wet environments where they've... Yeah, many of you will have seen the social media post where people grumbled about, oh, why are you gonna make it so obvious where to go? Where it's like I think it was like the Tomb Raider reboot, where there was like paint along a ledge you could grab. Hey, sometimes I need paint along a ledge I can grab to draw my eyes over to like a ladder here that I missed. Not everyone is good at recognizing stuff in the dark, in the rain, in a game that looks very similar all of the time.
It was locked from the other side.
Okay. That change anything down? Ooh, that might change something down here. Or is this going to get us a new plot element?
You fucking move, or I'll blow you away.
You got me, Mr. Casey.
I mean, let people turn off the here's where to go paint if it annoys them, but let me have it on as a I'm a dumbass feature.
I'm all yours. Go ahead. Ask that burning question in your mind.
How did you do it? How did you get me into that film clip without my remembering it? Talk to me, damn it!
You've seen the film? Good, good. Now you're ready to meet the Grandmaster. He's waiting for you in the projection booth where everything will be revealed, where he will project a new reality onto this one. And now, Mr. Casey, I've played my part to the end.
No, no, no!
Oh.
Bastard! Why'd he jump?
The projection booth. Was that where I find the murder site?
Oh. Thimba says, by the way, did you all see the reactions of former community manager and staff from Destiny 2 on the game getting nominated for Best Community? I did not. I'm assuming it's been nominated at the Game Awards, and I'm assuming the response is, you just fired a fantastic community manager with no warning. Like, hey, this game better get some fucking acknowledgement of that situation at the Game Awards, maybe. I'm guessing it's something to that effect. Right, so what is this? What does the Grandmaster do? He waited inside, his presence felt out in the night. Okay, so this is our sort of puppet master. I'm guessing this is... Grandmaster means Zane in this context? I go in that room now. Is this now an openable door? No, it's
opened on the side.
Still locked. Did it do something down here? Okay, I've got to look out for things that changed. Okay, I think we're probably good in here, so let's do a quick save. And I guess trek further back looking for changes. Can't enter through there. Some other way around now, maybe? Oh, you're one that can actually hurt me. Ezegra in the Twitch chat says, Game Awards can be very much like that. I'm honored to accept this award on behalf of all the people we just laid off. I don't have any faith in Keighley to do it, but whoever is nominated to, like, hand out that award should use their spot to do that, ideally. Yes. It's making me think of, I don't know how many of you saw, I wanna make sure I'm pronouncing the name right here, because I'm realizing I don't think I've ever said this person's name out loud, and I want to double check before I butcher their name, if you give me a moment to scroll and find. Yeah, Meghna Gianth, who is a narrative person, worked on Thirsty Suitors that just came out, was meant to be at the Golden Joysticks last week, was meant to be doing the award for, I think it was for narrative in games, and she ended up turning it down because she was going to use her speech to talk about the situation in Palestine, and was told, nope, you are not allowed to do that. So she backed out, and then Troy Baker stepped in to do it in her place, which, yeah, sounds like a Troy Baker move to make, to go, everyone out of respect is refusing to, like, step in because you wouldn't let Meghna talk about an important thing. Of course, Troy Baker will go, yeah, sure, why not? You know how these things be. Where am I running to? Am I running backwards? Has something changed when I run back now? Yeah, it's kind of picket line. It is a little bit crossing the picket line of Troy. There was several people, like, spreading the message going, hey, let's fucking respect the situation here and not, you know, yeah, not step on Meghna's toes, but, okay, here's the tweet from the former Bungie community team member quoted, and the former community manager responded. Have a look. Just a reminder that your quality of work does not matter. In the end, you're just a number. Adds to resume. Cheers to studios who send their community teams to award shows when nominated for community-specific awards. Kudos to those that don't reprimand their community team for celebrating upon a win. Well... Look, I don't want to be too... I never want to be too harsh towards individuals, but, like, Troy Baker really does have, kind of a scab energy. Okay, let me get back to the safe room and work out what to do. I assume I'm meant to be on that new scene now. No? Okay, do we... I wasn't supposed to be the Grandmaster yet. That would explain it. I don't remember. I don't think it was Troy Baker that, Oh, you're right. No, I think it was Troy Baker that advertised use AI to replace voice actors and steal people's voices. I sold my voice rights to this, NFT AI project. Yeah, that was Troy. I'm pretty sure that was Troy Baker. Right, so what were we on here? We were on... I think we were on Cult of the Word. Okay, so I think I gotta backtrack. I think what I need to do is head all the way back down and go to the theatre and change things there. Oh, Thimba, I'm glad you're enjoying Thirsty Suitors. I'm really enjoying it as well. I need to get back to it. It's one that, like, the reason I've been holding off finishing it is because I might make it the thing I stream after Alan Wake 2. Okay, I can change the plot here. Okay, so what if it was, New York's Finest will let me get out of here? This door. All the way back down. Oh, can I go up here now? Maybe if I'm... Do I have to be in the Grandmaster mode and then maybe I can go through here? Oh no, it's just unlocked. Okay, I don't know why it's unlocked now. I'm pretty sure we came here in that mode previously, but... Okay, so this brings me back to the lobby. And then back to the theatre, I think, and we put the Grandmaster in the theatre. No, wrong doorway. Thirsty Suitors is not about furries trying to stay hydrated at a con, though it should be. No, it is a... how do I describe it? What if Tony Hawk was also a dating sim, was also a cooking sim, was also very, very gay? It's fascinating. Right, the Grandmaster?
This thread would create something terrible in the scene, but it's what the story needed.
Alan, stop creating terrible things in the scene that are what the story needs. You're... Okay, what is this I've created? Oh, it's a... I can go through the door. Yeah, you're writing these things into reality, Alan.
There had to be a way to the projection booth from here. I wasn't alone.
Oh, of course this is where the artsy filmmaker is writing himself into reality. It's a black and white film because he thinks he's artsy. Zane, you're so pretentious.
I was back where I started. A loop within a loop. I had to keep going.
Some say that it loops forever. Is anything changing between these loops? Door doesn't say exit.
The Casey in the story was losing it. I wasn't far behind. I was back at the beginning again. I had to keep going. Find a way to the murder site.
I'm awake, I'm back. I'm feeling awful. What is this feeling? I died? Did I die? It got me. It ate my mind. You're not making sense, man. Fuck. Get it together, man. Return. I was writing return. Something went wrong. I've written it so many times and it always fails. It fails. I'm doing something wrong. I forget what's wrong. Is there something wrong with me? Am I wrong somehow? Am I missing something? Skipping over some vital beat, I have to write. Sure, of course, that's a given. I wrote departure, that worked. Worked fine. Maybe there's a missing step before return. What's between departure and return? Tasks, the challenge, the lessons, initiation. I'm asked to this place to set things up. Can't go to return before initiation. Okay, so you wrote initiation in order to be able to write the return. You had to change reality enough that it would let you write your way out. Okay, how do I out? Okay, now I can come this way.
I had to keep going. Find a way to the other side.
I do enjoy the ways that this plays around with changes on repetition.
Look, you got the wrong guy. I'm not Alex Casey. I only play him in the movies. He's just a fictional character.
What's going on here?
You don't have to kill me. You don't have to go get that knife and stab me. You can just give up and go back. Forget about the ritual sacrifice to open the way forward.
Ritual sacrifice to open the way forward, you say?
Oh, no.
Hey, Alan, this isn't you doing a murder in the story you're writing. This isn't you writing a story in which a murder happens. Alan, you're literally, like, going to do the murder right now. Oh, that's clever. I like... Oh, the use of the pillar so I don't see it happen. That is clever. That is clever. Yazikra in the Twitch chat says, how do I write myself into reality, but this time with hooves and fur? Allegedly, you gotta lose your mind. You gotta go to, probably Maine, because that's where Stephen King goes, and Alan Wake is just Stephen King. Find a lake, make a deal with a dark entity to get rid of your writer's block, in exchange for the things you write becoming real, and then write a horror story in which you have to have furs and hooves.
I was getting close.
Come, Alex Casey. You've done well. You've played your role perfectly.
Everything out of your mouth is a damn lie. The only place any of this makes any sense is in your psychotic brain.
As a fictional character in a story, you've fulfilled your purpose. You brought the writer of the story here. You can go.
No, I'm not going anywhere before I get some answers. How was I in that movie? Why does all this feel so familiar? What? Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck am I? No!
Welcome to you.
Oh, hi.
What the hell?
This is the ritual to lead you on. We're just one step away from your final destination.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain that
First,
Casey is also fake in the real world.
if Casey was fictional, and you assumed his role as a detective, are you now fictional too?
I'm real still.
Story are you living, Mr.
Mine. I'm
Visions
written.
are getting under my skin, coming too close for comfort. Not a separate layer, but mingling with my own reality in the dark place.
Just don't engage with the things where he's trying to get you to be existential.
Dead end.
Just
This can't be right. Did I miss something?
oh, and I'm gonna turn around and it's gonna be different to where I came from. Yeah, I definitely didn't crawl through here on the way in.
A murder site.
Oh, that is a hell of a killing.
The mask was the key.
Do I take it?
This is how I could help her.
Alan sees two people murdered hanging from from a film reel, one of whom wearing a skull of like a big deer. Alan looks. This is it. This is how I can help my wife. Sir.
Saga Anderson, listen. I've been tricked. Scratch wrote returned. I tried to fix the story, but
Yeah,
he stopped me
hold
before I
it.
reached the end. He has it now. It's the key to escape.
Okay, yeah.
Escape. You're Scratch.
I need to stop him. I need to stop
Yeah,
him before he gets
called
out.
this last stream.
He's after Alice. I'm still trapped, but I'm making progress. I wrote you in to be the story's hero. Scratch made a horror story. I need to match the genre. It has to be dark, but the hero can break through, save her family, save us all.
Save her family. Are you talking about my family?
Yes, whatever you're doing, it's working. You just need to keep going.
Yeah, so this is kind of what I was getting at last time we streamed this. Alan's evil alter ego, Mr. Scratch, tried to write a story to write himself back into reality. Alan is trying to make edits to the story to stop Mr. Scratch getting back to reality. But because this thing is looping, or spiraling in sort of parallel, almost, loops, Alan keeps killing versions of himself or getting killed by versions of himself because he can't tell whether it's him or Mr. Scratch on any given loop that he is seeing at that typewriter be not him and doing writing.
We have family in the horror story.
Yeah, this feels like about the time to swap back to Saga, I think.
I was closer now. Closer than ever before. But there was no time to lose. Everything was hanging in the balance. I could still lose it all.
This is about...
Tower.
That was the conversation where
This time, I could
that
stop
we saw
Scratch.
Saga have from the other side, I think.
Fix its ending.
Yeah, let's get up to the apartment, finish this loop. I think that's a good... it's end of part again. Is this going to be Poe singing? Some say that it loops forever. Again, yeah, it is. This is the one where he projected himself out of the dark place, but because he seems to be running from the actual solution, Scratch keeps winning. Yeah, but here's the thing, though. That confirms what I thought. Alan... When Saga got that message, Alan appeared to be out of the dark place, walking around. Yet Alan is trapped in the dark place still. So at that moment, there was an Alan in the dark place and a physical Alan walking around out in reality. Which, to me, says, if this isn't... unless time is just weird and fucky, it tells me that has to be Mr. Scratch out in the world. Or I'm gonna go back to a theory I had before. Alan wrote a story in which a version of himself got out. There is a version of him that is out that only exists because it's plausible for the story that he would get out. Actual Alan is still in the dark place. Oh, so many questions. Constantly questions. Okay,
I was traveling deeper into the dark place. The poem on the wall was growing at the same pace, dogging my footsteps. Like my unwanted shadow moving in the corner of my eye.
A pale balloon in the...
my writing.
Oh. No.
I didn't know what it was.
You done,
a
Alan?
Prophecy. A curse.
You done, Alan? A pale balloon in the sky, float and sink deeper. Night springs when bright falls, for the sleeper. The surface disturbed, the reflection now a traitor. In the cavity of the skull turned into a crater. Okay, there is a dark reflection of him. It might be living in his head. Either Scratch got out, or Scratch is in Alan's head and Alan got out. This is the ritual to lead you on. Your friends will meet him when you are gone. Your friends will meet him when you are gone. Does sound like your friends will meet Scratch while you're not around. Yeah, Yazika in the Twitch chat says maybe Scratch thinks he's Alan. Who knows? Okay, Scrangle, I'm going back. I will say, reminder. I have a message like every 5 minutes in chat that's like, hey, please no backseating. But okay, what am I? Scrangle 3D? What am I going back for? What have I missed? What is so important that I need to come back for? The theater, the screen... Oh, in the theater. Well, yeah, I was... Okay. Yeah, I was going into the theater. Like, that's what I was on my way to do. I was just trying to, like, do a look around. In a poem, he told us he once mistook an ocean for a lake. Wandering in the shadows under a dark ocean, forever searching for a way... Yeah, no, I thought you meant I'd missed something. Give me a sec. I'll find the things, and if it's important, yeah, it's fine. Way into the light for his love. Yoton Yo, Nightless Night, a Thomas Zane movie. Oh, I saw someone allude to something like this. Are we just going to be able to sit and watch like a 10-15 minute film here? I think I saw someone suggest you can just sit and watch a short film somewhere. Okay. Is it going to be entirely in Finnish and subtitled? That makes sense, but I would really rather just have it dubbed. Because I'm bad at following... If I got to look down at the subtitles, I'm not looking at the screen. There's a lot I won't take in. We'll see. Okay. Okay, the cult goes into the room with the spiral door. We know this. It's the symbol that keeps showing up on our apartment door when we try and get to Alice. Is Alex Casey in the FBI in the other half of this story an actor who plays Casey from the stories who's been rewritten to be an actual FBI agent? Driven him deeper into madness, sleep and wakefulness blended together into a dream, filled with lustful visions of Aleksei Keffer's first love, Baba Jalaka. Kessa was a man possessed. It was Midsummer's Eve when Kessa drove the winding dirt road back to the landscape of his childhood. Oh. Yeah, this sure looks like Alan in his writer's room. Midsummer weather, see weather forecast playing on the radio. I wish they would, like, turn the volume up and let me just zoom in on this. Can I... Let me, like, sit in a chair and watch it. Don't make me, like, try and squeeze Alan out of the frame. Okay, you caused him to see a flash of life, and now he's surrounded by the cult. Did the spiral get shorter after the cult member went through? It might have done, I don't know. If it did, I'm now wondering, does Alan's spiral get shorter every time he goes through a loop and gets through the spiral door? Suggesting that, like, you just have to go through the loop enough times and you come out the other end? Anybody home, Artie? That's not... Is that our Artie? I feel like that's... Oh no, that might actually be the actor. I was wondering for a second if this is like the actor playing Artie. They say, beyond the shadow you settle for, there is a miracle illuminated. Like a nightmare, he comes for you draped in shadows. Okay, yeah, this clearly is actual Artie, because he's doing the singing. This is the room we saw him singing in, yeah. Many tales are told about him, you can never escape him. He stares at you in the mirror. Yeah, they just made a whole finished short, a weird artsy finished short film for this. You and Veko were together, so I left. He's gone. Has been for a long time now. This time when I go, come with me. But not before the morning. Scrangle 3D says, he does a lot of nice singing on SNL over there. Are you telling me there's a Finnish version of Saturday Night Live in which Artie regularly sings? I speak no Finnish, but I would love to see this. Oh, is he hopping back and forth because we kept changing the plot of the narrative and like what plot beat was happening in what location, and therefore Casey in the story is like being thrown around in this disjointed way. Sobbing for mercy, dear brother. Bunch of people gloating about having done a killing. Aha, fucking hell. In walks Casey. Yeah, this is going way for longer than I thought it was going to. Check this out. Return of the Prodigal Son. With his tail between his legs. Oh, he hosted SNL. Okay, well, I would still check that out. The news of my return are premature. I just came to drop by. Now that I remember what goes on around here. The news of my return is premature. He hasn't returned yet. It just seems like he has. Alan hasn't actually escaped the dark place. He's just written a story in which he escapes the dark place, which isn't the same thing. Reports of my return are premature. Oh, I'll watch like half an hour of it with no subtitles going, I have no idea what's happening, just to feel the vibes. Okay, this guy stabbed someone to death. His never-ending jabbering got on my nerves. Sacrificial offering to the master. But my shit brother wasn't good for even that. Oh, is this the movie that, like, Zane was hoping he could use to escape? You were the master's chosen one. Or was this Zane's first story? How is Zane in these films if he went into the dark place before Alan started writing his Alex Casey series? I should kill you for that. Some say that it loops forever. We'll give you a cutthroat shave, boy. Oh, that's very Twin Peaks. That zoom-out shot of the dark cup of coffee. That's very... And he's in a log cabin. This is very Twin Peaksy. Why did you return when you got away once? Oh, I didn't mean to. Now I find myself here. I must be cursed. Could this be Scratch got out once into the Federal Bureau of Control in the Control DLC, got forced back into Wake, didn't want to return to the Dark Place with Wake after escaping once. I've been written into the story of a sadistic writer. I'm stuck in a loop. Earth is a cyclical song. Could the cyclical nature of the Dark Place be because it has been written to be that way? How's it going at the Federal Bureau of Control? You got the wrong bureau. I don't work there. Besides, I was fired. Yeah, this would imply Zane knew about the FBC? You wouldn't be in need of a janitor's assistant, no. Master of this farm vanished into the night years ago. Yeah, so this is the same Artie. Yeah, okay. Really seems to imply Zane knew Artie was working in Control? Oh, yeah, he's asking to get a job at the Bureau. The FBC. Okay, so we're back to the little romance subplot that was going on. A toast. What are we drinking to? A nightless night. The thing that will let the evil escape the dark place. You came back to us. This is the ritual to lead you on. The hell of a short film you made, Zane. He returns and you in turn are locked in the room. Oh. Yeah, this would again imply that Scratch got out but Alan is still trapped. He returns but you're locked in the room. Or Alan can write himself into reality if he writes Alex Casey from reality into fiction. Like, you can trap someone else in the fiction for you to escape the fiction. Maybe. They say that Alan reached too far into the depths of the night. Couldn't find his way back anymore. Too far down the spiral. Be careful with Alan's Black Widow. Odark in the YouTube chat says this game has my head scratching. Same. Every time I think I understand things, new questions come up. I'm hoping to get over that hurdle soon to the like, aha, I understand everything, but we'll see. I was scared of her. Us boys used to be a bit hopeless with women. How much more film do we have here? Casey and Artie are just hanging out in the sweat lodge. At some point we're gonna flash back to Casey being like ritually murdered again. I don't know what this film is, but I need to watch it in case it's the clue that makes it all click together in a minute. I know it's I got the vibe it was like 10 minutes. Is it really 20? If so, how long have we been watching? I feel like we're coming up on 10. Okay, yeah, the Cult of the Tree exists in Zane's film. Okay, did Zane never make this film? Alan just wrote a world in which Zane made this film. Maybe? I don't need to look at Casey's vomit, honestly. He's presumably been poisoned, ready to ritually sacrifice. That song playing on the radio is from Control. Yeah, you never want a cult. Like, you never want to be tripping alone in the woods with a cult approaching you. Like, this is a bad time for a psychedelic come-up. You really need all your faculties together. Who's gonna be behind the mask? Oh, it's her. I was wondering for a second if it was gonna be Artie. Oh, no, it was Artie. No. It's a horror story. Someone has to die. Previously, it was her. Someone didn't want it to be her. They rewrote the story so someone else died because someone has to die because that's the genre. Oh. Oh. You done? Zane / Artie / Alex / whoever else is here? This is the ritual to lead you on. He returns, and you in turn are locked in the room. Yeah, only one of you can get out. One body escapes the dark place, one trapped. There. I don't think it's a mistake that this character looks so much like Alan Wake. At last. Thank you, my love. Alex, you're looking pretty alright for someone who got stabbed a second ago. It's not a loop, it's a spiral. Okay, what are the implications of it being a spiral? Okay. Oh, a spiral, you go deeper and deeper. Oh, the film's called Loop, but he's not in a loop, it's a spiral. If you go too far down, too far deep in the spiral, you can't get out. Ha! Yeah. Well, that's the thing, and that's what I was saying before, was it changes a bit on each loop. They sort of end in parallel but symmetrical places. I was wondering if he would say anything direct about what that meant. Okay. Okay, so it's if I change this back to what I think I have to change a lobby to.
I couldn't add a new element from here. I'd have to go to the scene.
I'm trying to remember how I get out of here. Do I have to write such that there is an exit? Yeah, I'm trying to find my way out. Not that, it would be... Lost film? I literally don't remember how to get out of here. I might just have to Google this again. Like, has to be this. Another way out of here? Okay, I'm just directly asking, chat, am I doing something stupid that's preventing me leaving? Oh, the exit's here. It's not at the back of there where I thought it was. Don't worry, chat, I worked it out. I got it. Oh. There is a dark sphere.
There wasn't enough alcohol in this city to drown the memories of this nightmare, but I damn well try. This case would never be closed. I had more questions now than at the start. The irony of being trapped in a postmodern detective story. I felt watched. The eyes of some unseen audience on me. I wanted to turn to the hidden camera and tell them to fuck off. But I didn't know where to look to break the fourth wall.
It's really difficult sometimes to know where to look to break the fourth wall.
For Casey. A million stories in this dark city. The night opened up to welcome me. I walked into her arms. Roll credits.
Nerd Teacher in the YouTube chat says, I'm about 20 minutes behind because I wanted to see it all, but damn, some of these subtitles are a bit long with not a lot of time to read quickly. Yeah, that's not ideal. I was having that issue myself trying to keep up there in places. Really sucks when games do that. Give adequate time to read your subtitles. Right. So I need... What, if I just take all of the plot off the lobby, I should be able to get out? Yeah. That television one? Oh, you can just watch. You can just watch the movie properly without having to watch it over Alan's shoulder with poor sound. Well, why didn't they let me do this the first time around? Okay. Okay, I gotta work my way back, which is through here. I don't remember if there's a run. I don't think there's a run button in this, is there? Okay, so we're gonna find our way back to the apartment. Okay, I gotta work out.
It was ringing again. Somehow I sensed it wasn't Zane this time.
Where is this phone? Let me try and... try my best to use stereo audio. Despite having not great stereo hearing. Here it is. Yes, I'm not great at picking out direction from hearing.
Hello?
I got there.
It wasn't Zane. It wasn't Scratch either. Huh? You're me? Me? I don't understand. There's a lot I don't understand.
The dark place operates in loops. Time is a story. I'm calling you from a different point in that story.
From the future? I'm never getting out of here, am I?
Yes, you will. And no, you won't. And that is by your own choice.
What does that mean?
I'm sorry for what you'll have to go through.
You do get out, but you don't, and that's by your choice. Alan rewrote the story enough that a version of him with Mr. Scratch in his head can get out into the real world, but the actual Alan is still trapped here because that's the bittersweet thing of the horror story. And Alan's not actually out. He's written a story in which a version of him is out, who can help Saga do the thing and save the day, but he has chosen not to escape himself because that would irreparably let Scratch out. Maybe.
Alice's photos you found from the shoebox in the talk show basement. Before you can go to Parliament Tower, you Plaza. To help you, to help Alice, to help Sergeant...
I feel like I'm getting closer to the thing.
Really?
How many writers does it take to finish a story? One for each draft. It's the same writer, but in a different point in time. I follow the steps he...
Alan, that's pretty pretentious, but I actually really like that. It's a different writer for each draft. They're the same writer, but just at different points in time. What is redrafting a book, if not coming back to it when you are a slightly different writer in a slightly different headspace on a slightly different day? And the changes that brings with it. I don't like that I like that pretentious thing from this fictional pretentious author.
Get out for me. Alice's photos from the talk show building basement. Adi had guided me there. I bring the photos to the shoebox by the statue.
Oh, is this the statue? I see. Alan Wake is a person who says he's a writer a lot, and who says a lot of cool one-liners about writing, but whose actual in-game writing kind of sucks. His in-game writing does... Here's the thing. His in-game writing sucks. But here's the thing. Honestly, I am a believer that even if the thing is poorly written, if it ends up, like, a lot of people end up loving it, I'm like, you know what? Who am I to say that the fact that I think this is objectively bad is bad? You wrote a thing that touched a lot of people and a lot of people enjoyed. Fuck it. That is ultimately... You achieved what you set out to do as a writer, even if I look at your work and code, that disappoints me. He's a bad writer, but clearly in universe he's got enough going to him that a lot of people enjoy reading his stuff, and I'm always hesitant to... You know, if that many people enjoy a writer's stuff, I can simultaneously think it's bad, but is there something to it that, you know, works for someone else? That Conrad Zimmerman says, the best book Stephen King ever wrote is a non-fiction book about writing. That's Alan Wake. Yeah, that's the thing. The times where Alan's been most on point have been about writing. And, like, just like that little pretentious little quip he made there, I'm like, I don't want to agree with anything to do with you as a writer, Alan, but you say like one sentence, I go... Yeah, someone who has written like 7 books at this point. Yeah, that does kind of... Yeah, someone who's a writer clearly wrote that line. I think can be... Yeah. Isikra says, redrafts don't happen in linear cycles, though. You hop around different parts as you see fit. I mean, you can do it that way, or you can not do it that way. I know writers who do redrafts as like linear cycles through. I know ones who hop about doing it. I've done both depending on the project. Neither is necessarily a bad or incorrect way of doing a book draft. Narrative fiction needs both. You need the little hop abouts and like things outside of context to like really zone in on, but you need to be doing redrafts that are linear passes through the book so that you are taking in the thing as a whole on those redrafts. It's, yeah. The only bad way to write a book is to not write the book. The rest is immaterial, says Comrade. Honestly, yeah. The number of people who I tell them that I've written books, or that I'm an author, and their response is, I wish I could do that, I have this idea for a book, and they'll tell me in detail their idea for a book, and I'll go, have you started writing it? And they're like, well, no, not yet. And I'm like, 100%, like, the thing that separates an author from not an author is, did you start writing the thing? Did you then do the step of, I'm going to set a time and I'm going to finish it, and then you finish it and you go, this is done now? Those are the two hurdles that most people just don't do. Twisted Light, I feel like fan fiction, yeah, fuck it, we're doing it live is the correct vibe for fanfic. Okay, so we've done the Alan stuff then, I guess, because we've been sent back to be Saga. What happens if I try and go back into to be Alan? Is that an option? Yeah, there are certain types of writing I just single draft and done. Sometimes I'm just like, I just want to get an idea out of my head. I don't want to linger on it. Sometimes, you know, oh. I'm assuming all I can do is use the shoebox to... Oh! Oh, I'm back in here. Gain entry to Parliament Tower. Progress Saga's story. Oh, I've got to find a whole other way to go back now. Okay, yeah. Well, that's the thing, yeah. Often the ADHD is the reason I'll just, like, single draft a thing out. The amount of focus that the redraft and redraft and redraft and not instant gratification requires is... It's tricky sometimes. Okay. How are you doing, Conrad, anyway? You doing alright? Okay. Okay, so we were on the way to see the old gods of Asgard, the Odin boys. The men who enjoy being Vikings. I imagine this chapter's going to be reasonably short. I think it's just going to be run through the woods. Find out about what's going on with the nursing home. Get out. Yeah, we've had a bit of new Gods of Asgard, I think, in old Gods of Asgard in here, I think. Okay, these wolves just aren't getting hit. I'm just running. Wolves, stay still so I can shoot you. Yeah, so they're probably going to give us some answers. We're going to go find out what's going on, head to the...
Odin claimed to be my family. I know Logan and I never lived here. But I don't know enough about my family history to say they're not my relatives. Mom only ever said my grandfather was bad news. The less I knew about him.
Yeah, I feel like we've got to be approaching that end game now. Manuscript pages. Saga had slid into a nightmare. A growing amount of evidence said her daughter was dead. Saga couldn't accept that. Wake said it could be undone. But Wake was gone, in custody of the Federal Bureau of Control. Casey, her only ally, was gone too. She was alone. Yeah, but again, is Alan in FBC custody? Because he's also in the dark place right now. Agent Everest had pulled rank on her, stonewalled her, shut her out of her own case. She refused to give up. She needed answers. Tora noted Anderson would have a family visit. No one could blame her for that. Saga was trapped in a horror story. It was manifesting itself around her like the darkness of a mental illness, pushing her deeper and deeper. Okay, this is how you know Alan is a really bad writer. He wrote a horror story in which it was an allegory kind of mental illness. Oh, my memories don't line up with the reality I'm experiencing, and that's quite distressing. And then he just put a sentence in there to go, it was manifesting itself around her like the darkness of a mental illness. That's sort of like a darkness enveloping you too, isn't it? Subtext is for cowards and such.
It's a little late for visitors, you know. I was just getting the... Oh,
Saga? What's up? Hello, Rose. Thought I'd swing by, see the family. Not a bad time, is it?
Oh, no. I was just, you know, tidying I'm so glad you're visiting again, Saga. But Odin and Tor can't see anyone today.
They would give you answers about the plot if you found them.
I was just on the phone with Tor. He invited me over.
Sorry. They had a little too much fun on our trip to Watery and need to rest.
I need an excuse to get in and talk to them. That's too bad. Okay if I say hi to the other residents before I go?
Sure. They always love visitors. Come on in. Not smart to be outside when the sun goes down.
I love the architecture. I always dreamed of living in a haunted Victorian manor.
You say that like it's your first time here.
I wanted them to let me open that chest of drawers and take stuff out of it and just be stealing from the old folks' home in front of the head nurse.
Here's some of our residents, or as I like to call them, our little Vikings. Look who swung by, everyone. Norman, clothes.
Hey, when you're this old, no one can enforce clothing on you.
I'm headed back to the sauna with Artie.
Like,
Just another day in Valhalla.
literally cannot force someone to wear clothes at this point.
Feel free to spend some time with Mandy May and Norman here. It's good for them to have company.
Hello, I'm here to stare a torch in your face.
Somewhere. Need to find them. Do either of you know where I could find Tor and Odin?
Odin is sleeping upstairs, but your grandpa's been acting crazy.
Ooh.
He got electrocuted when he smashed the telephone.
Don't make up stories. Tor went loopy and smacked himself in the head with that hammer he's always carrying around.
Tor is hurt. Something's wrong with him. Was Tor hurt badly?
He never let go of that hammer when he got electrocuted. It looked like a bolt of
Wait, sorry, Thor had an a lightning-infused hammer.
Blum took the hammer away from him. It's not Tor's hammer, no matter what he keeps saying. Blum has his moments, even if he is a Russian.
Mandy May, you can't say stuff like that.
Yeah, this is any time you have... Look, there's only two ways a conversation in an old folks' home will go. If you have a conversation... As someone who's had conversations with strangers in an old folks' home before, there's only one of two ways it goes. It's either something kind of racist slips out, or an admittance to a crime they did in their youth. That's like the two flavors of story they have.
What's your inspiration?
I don't know. It is what it wants to be. Taking a break from making those little ornaments for Rose. Do you knit?
I dabbled when I was pregnant. Socks, mittens, the usual stuff.
Oh, how about knitting me some underwear?
One more crude remark from you, Norman, and I'll put this needle in your ear.
Okay, we have... Oh, we have things for the case board. We've not had that in a while. What do we got? We got... Nursing home. This is a whole new thing.
Know something about the clicker. With Wake out of reach, this is my best lead.
What do they know about the clicker? Oh, was about to tell me something. Is Tor okay? Tor had some kind of accident. And Tor and Odin are resting and can't have guests. And we also have stuff for the story. For later. We have clues for the Cult of the Tree. Oh. No, Kaleska. There's over there. Cult tried to kill Alan Wake. Because if you kill Alan, only Scratch remains? Or they're trying to kill Scratch so Alan can get out? Or one way around or the other? Alt goal, yeah. Are they secretly good and they're trying to kill Scratch, who got out, and not... so that Wake can escape? Dark Steel in the Twitch chat says, now that the SAG-AFTRA and WGA strikes are over, I can finally ask you, what did you think of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem? Yes, I can talk about that now. I really enjoyed that film. I saw it twice in the span of about 2 days. I think it was gorgeously animated. I really like the choice of color palettes, the lighting. It was... It reminded me a lot of something like Enter the Spider-Verse, but in very different ways. It's not the same art style, but it felt like a similar degree of love for doing weird stuff with the art form. The thing I think worked best about that film, and sets it apart from other Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle media, is how good of a job it did making the Turtles feel authentically like actual teenagers. All too often, teenager just means a rough age bracket, and that they have a parental figure they kind of have to obey. Like, as cringy as they could be in places in that film, they felt authentically like a group of teenagers, and that is something that's, like, very rarely a part of those kind of things. I also thought that, like, overall, the narrative was pretty solid. I liked the... I think they had a very understandable motivation for the villain, and I can totally see how you could end up falling on that line of response to the things that happened to you, but I like the supporting ensemble cast and how that all sort of worked out. I wasn't expecting elderly rat falls in love with giant fly and has very sloppy makeout session as like a climax of that film, but it was, yeah. How much presence does SAG have in the UK? Not really any. It's an American thing. But I did not want to cross the picket line. I was being respectful, and out of an abundance of caution, as someone who talks about films but like isn't a quote unquote film critic. Like publishing film reviews isn't like my bread and butter of what I do. I thought better safe than sorry. Just didn't talk about struck work during the strike. Yeah. Oisumi on in the Twitch chat says, is this game of the year? I'd like to think so. I need to finish this game. I don't know where this falls on that scale yet. I still don't. Dark Steel says, is that Barbie write-up coming soon? Yes, I wanna... this week we are recording a big episode of Queer and Pleasant Strangers. It'll be recording tomorrow, going up at the end of the week. That is just gonna be me and Jane talking about, like, the last 6 months of TV and film. And I will have something separate about Barbie that'll either be written or TikTok. Might be a YouTube video. It's going to be, like, Wednesday, maybe Thursday this week. I will, like, in earnest be writing it. I'm hoping to have it up Thursday or Friday. My short version. Barbie is, like, Feminist Basics 101 done in, like, a very aesthetically pleasing coat of paint that, like, it maybe lacks a little bit of teeth in some of its corporate or male-dominated society critique, but what it does do, I think, effectively is have a story that, like, up until, like, its last 5% is pretty good about, like, centering female perspectives and specifically, like, the speed with which men will realize that they can make themselves the center of a situation and take control. But the thing that I really enjoyed about it was not so much the film itself, it was the experience of going to see the film. As a trans woman, I went with a group of female friends to a showing on, like, opening weekend of Barbie. And, like, I'm not going to go into the whole specifics here, but the short version is, I went with a group of female friends to a almost entirely women screening on that film's opening, and there was something weirdly magical about a film that, even if it was, like, very beginner basics feminism, was, like, on the right sort of points, and was, like, it was a very empowering day in a lot of ways, and I know that it's, like, it's a big old corporate advertising shill, I get that, but there was something pretty magical about, like, this film that had a prominent trans woman playing one of the Barbies, and it's just not even acknowledged, and that's just a thing that doesn't need explaining or justifying. That had some of the things that were points of laughter or points of connection, and getting to feel like I was having the same experience as that room full of largely a lot of cis women, and it was kind of a beautiful experience, despite the fact that film is what it is. I have a long form thing I want to write, and it's gonna take me time to do that film justice on what I want to talk about it and its kind of complexities, but there's the gist of it. I think that film is fun, even if, like, you know, Ken maybe, you know, never apologizes to Barbie at the end of that film, and that's endlessly frustrating, as is the fact that the Mattel board acknowledges their problems, yet we see at the end of the film that it's still a board of cis straight old white men running that company, even after they have seen the error of their ways in Barbie Land. Like, I have problems with it, but I had a weirdly personally positive experience with a film that I have a lot of on paper critiques of.
Clothes on. What if that towel slipped? No one wants to see your meat.
Hopefully that's enough of an appetite, a whetting of the appetite for you on Barbie thoughts. Those are just the ones for... can I do anything else in... Can I do anything with profiling right now? Nope. Okay. Yes, I've been putting together a list of things that I need to talk about on Quoops this week.
You don't need to keep cleaning. I take that mop away, but I know you'll just find it again.
Kyllä. Mutta once after being told no. Why rest when you are bored to work?
XVB says, wouldn't the men apologizing be too unrealistic? I mean, realistically, it's not even the men apologizing. It's Barbie calling out Barbie needed to just fucking, she needed to call out the fact that Ken did that, and not just, Barbie apologizes more for pushing the men to feel neglected to the point that they absolutely dominated society and took all the rights of women away. Like, Barbie apologizes for making Ken feel unloved, that dominoed maybe to him taking away women's rights entirely. And she apologizes for that in the climax of the film. Ken does not reciprocally apologize for the taking away women's rights because he felt a little unloved. Like, it's... I try not to think about the ending of that film too much because it annoys me if I do.
And you know Mr. Blum doesn't like it when you take his work clothes. Why don't you go pick a song from the jukebox?
Yes, box Holy Ray. Just thinking about it makes my dance foot waggle.
No, he's a real janitor in the FBC. He's not. No. This is the story lies.
Sorry, Saga. That area is for staff only.
Aha! Time to start raiding this place. Yes, bit of a quick whistle-stop tour of things I have seen that will be being covered in some form or another next week. Good Omens Season 2, Blue Beetle, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Once and Always, Nimona, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Our Flag Means Death, Loki Season 2, Space Camp, Evil Bong, Ashoka, One Piece Live Action, The Blackening, Alien, Gravity, Dumb Money, Dream Scenario, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, Trolls Band Together, The Creator, Heathers the Musical, The Exorcist Believer, The Marvels, Saw X, A Haunting in Venice, and the Barbie Movie. That is a quick rundown list of some stuff I'm going to be talking about this week on Queer and Pleasant Strangers. It's a list of things I've seen. Oh, God. I've seen so many things. I've talked about this elsewhere. My lovely wife Jane got me an unlimited cinema pass for a year as a birthday present, which means I've just been like, if I've got nothing to do on an evening, or like Thursday nights when Jane's streaming maybe, or like just on it, like at the weekend, I'm just like, I'm gonna go see a film. Doesn't matter if it's a thing I would go see otherwise. Just go see a thing and see how it is. So I've watched a lot of films I wouldn't have otherwise gone to see this year. Oh. Right. Do.
Hello, Jakob. Looks like another perfect morning in paradise. I agree, Ilmo. A perfect morning for me to drink this coffee I'm holding. Oh shit, this coffee is shit. Jaakko, did you just drink a regular brand coffee? Oh, I did. My perfect morning is ruined. And all because of your shit coffee. If only we could have good coffee. Hey, what's that sound? Ilmo, look, it's the Bright Falls blended organic coffee from Old Deer Diner.
I genuinely...
Wow. I've heard that the health benefits of this coffee include increased
I think literally any company making any product should contact the people in this just steal this vibe. Like, get these two in and make your adverts with them advertising your product. This is legitimately great advertising. He drank the coffee and he's in a suit now.
Thanks, Old Deer Diner Coffee. Bright Falls blend organic coffees brewed with care right here in the Pacific Northwest from coffee beans that are sourced locally in Puerto Rico. Try it today at Coffee World and the Old Deer Diner, and don't forget to try the delicious brunch special this month only for Deer Fest.
Right. How am I gonna get upstairs? Alan Wake, the bad boy of... Oh god, we got articles about Alan Wake going on in here. Alan Wake's crime novels have become the sensation of the nation. How's your life changed since your books became so popular? I have to do a lot more magazine interviews. Other than that, it's not so different. Oh my god, you are giving... Oh, you're such a bad interview subject, Alan. I'm one question in and I'm like... well, I've got to do interviews like this one. You are hilarious. I can see why you're a writer. This interviewer is being so overly polite here. What do you do to get your creative juices flowing? Writing is a very solitary journey. When I'm working, I like to be alone in my room with a manuscript. There I can wrestle with the story, get inside the heads of my characters. Wow, sounds exhausting, and you find the plenty of energy to party, right? Word on the street is you've been enjoying the New York nightlife. Any favourite spots? I'd prefer if we could focus on my writing. Definitely, although I'm sure our readers would love to know where they can find New York's hottest writer on a Saturday night. Are you working on a new book? Yes, on some level. I'm always working on the next story. Right now I'm looking to something different, apart from what people... On some level, I'm always working on the next story is code for... I'm thinking about stuff. I'm probably going to write another one. I wrote a few ideas. I haven't fucking started one yet. Ooh, Terra in the Twitch chat says, we got the dice funk where we found out about Trizzy's accident. I like how even though she did initiate the accident, she definitely made... she definitely made it worse. I'm guessing that was she didn't initiate the accident. She definitely made it worse. I'm also glad she didn't get anyone else killed. Good job of showing pre-season Trizzy. I'm glad. I thought about that scene a lot before it happened, and until the day we did it, I had no idea where I was going to go with it. Oh, Scrangle 3D says, it's really fun to imagine Alan's voice being that character you made up whose name I can't remember. Clive? Oh, yes, Clive. Let me, oh, yes, the most boring man on the planet. Yes, a little bit nasally. I do have a lot to do. I have to do a lot more magazine interviews. Other than that, it's not so different. Writing is a very solitary process. When I'm working, I like to be alone in my room with a manuscript. There I can wrestle with the story, get inside the heads of my characters. Yeah, there you go. Frame into focus in the YouTube chat. Fuck your landlord who won't fix your broken oven. Fuck them. Let's see. Alan Wake is known for his crime novels. He's a party animal. Gone are the days of isolated figures hunching over typewriters in dark rooms, which is exactly how Alan is. Wake is a man who hits the town in style. Oh, we've entered the Alan Wake room, I see.
Another
Okay.
Alex Casey lunchbox?
There is way too many bullets just in unlocked cabinets in this old person's home. There should not be this many unsecured cabinets full of bullets. That's, unwise. Okay, do I have to, like, create a distraction?
Old gods of Asgard. So Odin and Thor had a band and everything.
I don't know, even in America, I would feel like you'd keep... Yeah. Okay, we just go head upstairs. I thought we'd have to do something to be allowed to, like, get our way upstairs. I didn't realize we could just walk up here. Oh, this is our save room. Okay.
Need to find the key.
Oh. I just knock on the door and be like, hello, it's your granddaughter, question mark? Okay, we need to find a key.
Home is old. Very old. The government built a bunker here during World War II to watch the ocean for Axis navies and who knows what else. Ever since they sealed the bunker, it's been a hot spot for teens.
Oh my god, this is gonna be me when I'm, like, 90. This is gonna be me being the little old lady in the nursing home with my podcast mic set up, just sat going, oh yes, and you're not gonna believe the video games that kids have got these days. Back in my day, we barely had analog sticks, and now video games go directly into your brain via your optic nerve. I'm trying to keep up with the kids, but I don't have enough. You know, if you didn't grow up having to control video games with your eyes, you just don't have the eye dexterity that they need, you know.
The Ocean View Motel and Spa, they call it. Ironically, I believe. They go there to enjoy their beer and their vapes and electronic cigarettes. Ridiculous. The future is...
I'll try. Here's the thing. I want to believe I won't be quite as old woman yells at Cloud. I'd like to believe I'm like, here's me trying to learn what the youth are into.
The flood, especially during the winter. In the 90s, a group of teens went down there one Saturday night and got a little drunker than usual. The teens noticed one girl, Nora Hesberg, was missing. They figured she just went home. When Nora's folks didn't find her in her bed the next morning, they called the police. The authorities, they searched the bunker and found poor Nora floating in one of the flooded passages. She had a real talent for music. Folks say they still hear her singing in the nursing home.
Oh, Terra is 100% correct.
Teens think the bunker is...
I'll be doing my little old lady podcast and being like, oh yes, fuck Bobby Kotick. Wait, who's Bobby Kotick? I remember the phrase, don't remember the man. Yes, I will remember that we say fuck Bobby Kotick long past the point I remember who Bobby Kotick is, hopefully. Hopefully I will grow old enough to forget who he is. Just remember that we hate him.
That doesn't stop them from going there. The police have tried to lock it up, but you know young
people. Oh, you know young people.
Now, as for myself, an impartial journalist, I have lived here at the Valhalla nursing home for 5 years. And in that time, I have never heard Norris sing. Just the humming of a certain neighbor of mine who has an inexplicable love for Finnish tango.
Yeah, I'll leave you to it. Enjoy your podcast, sir. On this one occasion, I will close the door behind you. I don't want to add to the room tone. Okay, we can go further up if we need to.
This is Tor's room.
Ooh. Looking in a sorry state. Right here, Tor?
More moonshine. Was this a drunken rampage? This place is a mess. And Tor's not here. I need to keep looking.
Yeah, Tor's not here, but I'm hoping like the key to the other room would be here. No, I guess.
Excuse me, miss, but you don't see me barging into your room while you're performing mental and physical strengthening exercises, do you? I thought not.
Sorry. Don't mind me.
And now I have to start over.
I mean, I am gonna, like, steal from your chest of drawers before I walk out. I'm playing this as such a terrible person.
Odin's in bad shape. He was drunk and watery. Or is this something more serious? That woman in the painting looks like Mom.
Yeah, and I'm guessing that's you.
Was I born here? Or is this more of the story?
Okay, the Sea of Night. To drink from the cup of the Wise One for wisdom to be a seer. I gave up my eye in the light of the moon to shine and see. The many worlds to madness and beyond. Across the dark dreaming sea, the branching paths of the tree. This feels like very World Tree, Yggdrasil. I gave up my eye so many times, we have lived and died and been reborn. We have met here before and will keep meeting still. Where did I put the eye? Before time, I gave it to Mimir to drink from the Well of Wisdom, the Cauldron. 1976, I took it out myself to see, drank the moonshine. 1988, he who stands on the threshold took it from me. Time will come again to be writ again. Interesting.
Can you hear me, Odin? Odin Addison? Can you hear me?
Hello, sir. I must question you.
Odin?
Could be Zane in 88.
He's in no shape to talk.
Okay, so we're gonna intuit what he would have said if he were in a state to talk by profiling him. We're gonna mind read the answers out of him.
Odin's in rough shape. What happened to him?
These are our twilight years. There's darkness in the water. We have our little tricks. And so do you.
What's happening? It's never felt this way before.
You're all grown up, Saga, dearest.
Oh, we're literally having a...
You're back just in time.
We're Mind Palace chatting with him.
The forces of darkness are eating away at us. We're too old and weak. You have the power in you. Like all
Oh, that's... I like...
What was that?
I like that.
He wasn't a projection. Odin was really here. We were connected. Are they really my family? Is that why this is happening?
I mean, that would be the most obvious fucking explanation for it, is you both have magical powers that pass in your bloodline that allow you to have Mind Palace chats.
I've never connected to someone like this in my mind.
Maybe because of Alan's story, maybe just innately, who knows?
I was glad to answer your call. Vikings are born travelers. You are a seer. You can see the truth.
Angle, you might be about to get a Nordic mythology lore dump.
Wouldn't want to steal his thunder. Tor is in danger. You can save him.
Is my mind place more than just a mental technique?
What?
Sometimes my mind place even baffles me.
Saga, has it taken you this far into the game to realize that being able to
something more than intuition behind it? One thing at a time.
Saga, is this really the first moment you've realized that maybe there's more to it than just I intuited that a couple I've never met who witnessed a murder probably stole a tree-shaped necklace from the crime scene? Saga, is this really the first time you've thought maybe it's not just intuition that I am able to make these fucking wild leaps of logic? She's had this ability since the start of the fucking game, at least. Jax? Hey, I'm here. We're playing Alan Wake. I'm getting frustrated at this character taking as long as she did to realize maybe she's psychic.
You said Tor is in danger. What's going on?
Darkness is drawn to the spark. Tor only thinks with his hammer, never his head. The Prince of fucking Darkness is making a comeback. Tor's marked by darkness. I can feel it.
These old metalheads are incapable of talking in anything but like metal lyrics.
Beware of Cynthia Weaver. Bad things happen in the wellness center.
Cynthia Weaver.
Don't let her drag him under, Saga.
Is that the person who... Is Cynthia Weaver the person who's obsessed with all of Alan's books that works in the coffee shop? Is that Cynthia Weaver? Yes or no, chat, if anyone knows?
I found a photograph.
Oh, the light lady from Alan Wake 1. Yes, sorry, the light lady.
We're too old for this brand of crazy.
Did they say be cautious of Cynthia Weaver? Surely we'd want her help because she's the light lady. Unless I'm misremembering. Yeah, yeah, she was the log lady equivalent, yeah.
But we'll drink with anyone who's offering.
Yeah, why would they advise...
Folks been on our asses to join for years. But we already have our band. And those damn fools don't know what they're dealing with. No wonder they want a pair of legends.
Tor and Odin are not part of the cult.
Okay, so the cult...
The cult thinks there's something special about Tor and Odin. I'm starting to see it too.
They want Tor and Odin in the cult because Tor and Odin can see through the changes in reality. So if they were part of the cult, like, the cult could... Oh! Alan was trying to stop the cult from bringing Scratch back into reality by making changes to the story. So the cult's trying to bring Scratch back. Alan makes changes so that the cult isn't able to, you know, do what they're trying to do and bring Scratch back. If Tor and Odin were part of the cult, Alan wouldn't be able to rewrite them in such a way that they wouldn't continue their mission, because any rewrites they'd see through. That makes them powerful members if you're trying to be part of a cult that knows their memories are being rewritten, maybe?
I found Wake's clicker. What can you tell me about it?
Cut off from Tom's lamp. It washed to the shore. Good work getting the light switch. The light switch is like an amp. You can play rock and roll without it, but you won't blow anyone away. Art, like Tom's writing, can change the world, but the light switch will crank that change to 11.
The clicker has the power to change the story. To save Logan.
But you need to make sure Alan gets it and not Scratch.
I can't let Scratch get his hands on the clicker. By Tom's writing, Odin made me awake.
Okay. Right, back to the case board. What do we have now that we can use? Would this be watery area?
Doesn't make sense.
Andy May has the knit design I've been finding by the lunchboxes. Oh, so this old lady left the note. Okay, we can't do the story yet. We're Cult of the Tree. What have we got? While the cult has been trying to recruit them for years, he and Odin rejected all their offers. This would be Thorin Odin Anderson is wrapped up. Okay, so that's that case done. Fact versus fiction. A painting of Mum and I with Odin and Tor in Odin's room. A new little branch there. We got the Anderson brothers. It's not very... The clicker isn't very useful by itself. Needs to be amplifying. Yes, this is stuff about...
The clicker makes Wake's writing change reality. Can I trust him with that much power?
No, he keeps writing horror stories.
Sure I have a choice.
Get someone who writes, like, positive, like, you know, rom-coms to use the clicker. Tor is in a rough spot. Okay, do you have the key to the other room, by any chance? Does not look like it. Okay, so I guess we gotta go upstairs to look for that key. Door with a spiral on it.
Getting in is forbidden.
Oh.
For your own safety. Time is long for those who wait. But in the end, stand the thanks.
Sheesh, didn't see you there.
Artie, I'm leaving. Okay, so this is the person who's been knitting the stuff that's been turning up with all the lunch boxes. Does she have the key to the room? No.
Need the key.
Okay, so I definitely can't enter.
I don't have the key.
Okay. So presumably you have the key.
What's in the wellness center?
Oh, that's where we provide our health services to the residents. We have a rehab facility, dining area, and beds for special round-the-clock care. To stay young, stay limber.
You said I'd been here before. When was the last time I visited? Let's see exactly what she thinks she remembers.
Oh, it's been years. We were all so sad when you left. After the accident.
Oh, fuck this. My daughter didn't drown. You're remembering wrong. She's at home watching Night Springs with her father.
Mm-hmm.
It's useless. I need to stop the story. Mandy May and Norman said Tor is hurt. Why didn't you mention that earlier?
Oh, you mean the little bump on his noggin?
He got hit in the head with an electrified hammer, allegedly.
To exaggerate.
Uh-huh. I need to check Tor's room.
Okay. Artie, you were a janitor. Janitors have keys.
Hello there. Saga Anderson.
Eipä siinä. Name won't make the man worse. Even a Swedish name. I'm Ahti.
Anything good on that jukebox?
We try to do good, but only Prime comes out. Music from my Swedish brothers, old gods of Asgard. My pals, the Perkele Vikings. Perkele.
Do you know where I could find Tor Anderson?
Oh, you can never know where. Only a seaman can know that. But even the seaman can't know everything.
Even the seaman can't know everything.
Thanks anyway. Were you in the band?
Minäkö? No. Perkele saatana, en ollut. Not so much sweet that it fills the whole stomach. But we have shared a stage or two.
Azimek in the Twitch chat says, "At the end, stand the thanks is a masterfully bad literal translation of a Finnish saying."
Can't have any of our Vikings getting lost.
Which means it's better in the long run, or you'll be thanked after all is said and done. Neat. Okay. I've done my loop around. I think it might be time to just see if I can get myself a prompt on how to...
Tor's been slobbering over Cynthia. He's like a horny teenager.
What's wrong with a
What can get me on the right track? What chapter are we on? Is this Old Gods?
Are you planning to go watch the Deerfest parade, Mandy May?
And sit in a crowd of noisy drunks all day? I'd rather stick this knitting needle in my ear.
How do I progress?
I thought Artie put on a wonderful performance this afternoon.
But you're always calling him a crazy fit.
I respect the art, Norman.
I've done all this. What am I missing? Okay. Artie won't let you in the thing. Yeah. Oh, we've got to go back and talk to people we've already talked to. This.
Rushing is not good for you, and hurry is not an order.
No, I need to get her to let me into the wellness center. What am I? I've missed something. Is this something on the case board where, because I haven't done it on the case board, I can't confront her about the thing yet? No. Okay, chat, if you know what I'm missing, let me know. I'm trying to work out what I've missed. Hey, Michael Muto. Did I profile? I'm pretty sure I profiled. I did the profiling, yeah. I've worked out that Tor is in the wellness center, but I can't seem to, like, confront Rose to go, I know he's in the wellness center. You gotta let me go see him. Yeah, I went upstairs. I saw, Odin was in here. I did this. I went further up the stairs. Yeah, where is the... wellness center is... Yeah, it's that room that's locked right next to Rose that I'm not allowed through. I went all the way up to the top. What did the goal say? Find Tor. I'm trying to find whoever will, like, give me the piece of information where I'm like, I know he's in the wellness center, because then I can confront Rose and be let into the wellness center. Like, that's clearly what I'm supposed to be doing, is... XBB, if you know what I need to be doing right now, like, just outright tell me. I know what I need to be doing, and I just can't work out what I have missed that is preventing me doing it. Weaver's room. Okay. Thank you. Where's Weaver? Oh, Cynthia Weaver. I can't get into Cynthia's room. There doesn't appear to be anything new in the Mind Palace. I don't have anything new in the cases. I have these two things that I can't use right now. Yeah, I've not been into Tor's room yet, but Tor's room is locked, and I can't get in.
I don't have the key.
Like, I'm assuming I need the key to find out he's not in here to intuit that he's in the wellness center. There's a point of interest in the room before hers. Yeah, but isn't that room locked? And that was the point, is I can't... Maybe I'm wrong. No, I guess that room isn't locked and I just walked past it. Okay, yeah, that is what I missed. So that's... which floor is that? That's, the other way. Oh, I came in here and just missed the point of interest, did I? This is the correct room. So there's a point of interest in here somewhere that I have missed. And I just got myself trapped. Oh no, I am literally trapped. Okay, we're out. No, I'm pretty sure there's no new profile I can do. The only profile is these ones that I've done. Oh, I missed Tor's room somehow, did I? I thought I... Okay, give me a second. Yeah, Tor's room is here. Yeah, and it's been ransacked. Tor's room has been trashed, which I thought I already had for the case board. Did I not have that for the case board? I definitely was in here. Okay, it just didn't give me the Tor's bedroom has been trashed. The first time I came in here, it just didn't give me that. I've definitely been in this room.
Something is definitely going on.
Yeah, because I went and looked at the drum kit. I thought the drum kit was neat. We looked at the moonshine bottle broken on the floor. Was this drunken thing? Okay, that's what I missed. Okay, so now... Hey, let me into the wellness center.
Isn't he?
No, he's... Well, yes, but you really shouldn't go in there right now.
I'm gonna need you to unlock the door. This is FBI business.
It's just... There's some things that,
Sorry, Asimek in the Twitch chat just shared something beautiful to do with Finnish. By the by, the Finnish version of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy had one of the lines translated as, disappeared like an irrational fart into Logic's Sahara. That's fucking poetry. There we go. We're back on track.
Yes, okay. I'll let you in.
Hello, I'm in the FBI. Let me through this door.
Watch out.
Odin said Tor needs help. But from what?
The darkness.
Is he turning into a Taken?
Probably. And now can I use those two things I couldn't use before? No. Okay. This is a very ominous place to have put a lone, injured old person. I really think you'd have been better off just treating him in his room, probably.
Tor? It's Saga Anderson.
I don't think it's going to do any good for his health, leaving him alone. Unmonitored in this just empty fucking hospital. Okay, Poor Anderson had lightning in his veins. This was rock and roll, baby. That Weaver girl had cast a spell on him. Tor would do anything she'd ask. Tor deserved this. Tor wanted this. He wanted the song, a gift. He had to get it for her. Afterwards, it was too late. Tor swung his hammer in frustration. The spark was gone. Black liquid clogged his mind. A bad trip. Tor fought it. He was strong. He'd never be taken, but the darkness could still drown him. Tor needed to warn someone. It was all happening again. Tom was back. Coming back. Tom would need help too. He was going to make it, but the brothers were too old to stop it this time. Tor had called someone. Someone who could help. The name escaped him, drowned beneath dark matter. I don't like that that pill bottle just blew up over that table for no reason. Doc. Rose and me found Mr. Anderson knocked out on floor by phone. Burns on hand and cut on head. Was out cold to brought him here. He's been acting strange all week.
Tor was here. He's hurt pretty bad. But he tore off his bandages. Why?
Right things with his blood. Ooh.
Can't be opened on this side.
Tor, wait!
Hey, Tor.
It's me.
Ah, okay. Door becoming a Taken. They seem like they're pointing that way. Tor's assigned bed is empty.
Tor left the wellness center.
Had lightning in his veins.
Tor is being targeted. He needs help.
Okay.
Oh, come on. An electric lock. Looks like it's controlled remotely.
Where do I go to unlock this? Oh, there's going to be combat any minute now, isn't there? Any moment now.
This door needs a knob. A security computer. Needs a password. And a warrant, technically. But hey, desperate times.
Okay.
The computer controls the door that Tor went through.
Vladimir Blum. You've been accepted into the prestigious ranks of our most hallowed organization. You will join our noble cause, be privy to our most guarded secrets. Ceremony will happen soon.
The Koskela brothers aren't just in the cult. They're its damn leaders.
Okay, does that help us? Computer password is going to be something to do with that fucking cult paperwork, probably. Is there anything? There's not really anything numerical here. The ceremony will take place the day after the next new moon. Is that the clue? Yep. The new moon is August 16th. What, August 17th? (1708) or 0817? Eight, 7, and 23. Yeah, that's it. Cool. Brax Talandri in the YouTube chat says, thank you for being relentless. Perhaps not at the time, but thank you for what you do. You're the reason I can play. Oh, that's lovely to hear. I'm glad that I am in some way able to help. That's all I want to do. I want to make sure more people can play. Hell yeah. Michael Muta says, oh, hey again, but on YouTube. This is nifty. Yeah, you can talk to me either place. The people in the other place can't see what you say, but I will occasionally relate stuff between the chats, because Twitch's only rule currently is they won't let you intermingle the chats. You can just see each other's messages, which is the last thing that would really make, like, co-streaming a lot more doable. Right, so yeah, let's unlock the doors. Oh, I got that on the first go. I even remembered how American date formats work.
Day, then month.
Oh, day, then month.
He uses European formatting.
Oh, did I use UK formatting? I thought I'd been so smart by doing American formatting, and I'm like, no, I did it the way I always do it. Haha. Okay. You know what? Well done me, using the correct superior date format. Not being swayed to America's format even when I was trying to. Okay, so they are the cult leaders. Vladimir Blum? Is that who's involved? Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'm trying to remember where it was.
From the other side.
I was trying to go was what, this way, and then the door was over here that was locked. Shit. Oh, you are a... Oh. Not a fan of you.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
catch up with Tor. This must have been Tor's.
This has been very distracting because I know a person called Tor who is not an old man in a Viking metal band, and therefore I'm continually being thrown talking about Tor, who is not necessarily in keeping with the Tor that I am looking for in game. Rose is talking like she knows that Cynthia has the power to do, like, literal possession and is magically possessing this man to drown himself, which is a wild thing to suggest. That she just, like, casually knows. Okay, yeah, so the story was about him drowning rather than being taken.
There's an overlap here. Did Cynthia pull Tor in? What was that? Where did Tor go?
What on earth do you mean, Saga? Tor is resting in the wellness center. Remember?
What? We both saw him go into the pond.
Okay.
Are you fucking with me, or is this a story again?
Now. Let's cool it with the language.
She's clearly lying to me. Why?
Well, I mean, the why seems pretty obvious. An old man under her care that she's responsible for the safety of just walked into a river, into a pond and drowned himself and disappeared. I'd be denying that I'd seen that happen because that reflects very poorly on my management as a member of staff. I think that's the very obvious answer why she's lying.
Rose watched Tor go into the pond. Why is she lying to me?
The secret mission for Alan's #1 fan. The hero will say Wake has returned. We're all characters in his story. Gee whiz.
I'm not his fucking character. But I can use that phrase to make Rose stop lying to me. Wake has returned.
She's a big old super fan of Alan Wake. And yeah, is happy to be a part of the story.
Cynthia took Tor. What happened to her?
When the darkness touches your head, your bookshelf gets shuffled. I put her lamp in the shoebox. What do you call a lamp lady without her lamp?
Is Rose talking about Cynthia or herself? Or both?
Gumba Master, I saw the room with all the Alan Wake cut out in the fan art. That's why I was asking out loud. I couldn't remember if that was Rose's room or if it was someone else's. Scrangle 3D? Yeah, this game is, well, this game is either very contingent on you playing Alan Wake 1 or at the very least watching, like, here's like 10, 15 minutes of Alan Wake 1 recap and a willingness to go, what's going on here? This sure is a complicated fucking open to interpretation sequel to a game from over a decade ago.
Rose. Wake has returned.
Oh my God. You're the hero! You're here to save Alan!
Gamba Master says, on the other side, if you go in without having played Alan Wake 1, you'd be on an even footing with Saga. Yeah, not the worst thing in the world.
I feel trying to keep you out of the wellness center. I locked Tor and Gale in there after they lost it, and I didn't want you getting hurt. Before I forget, here's the page Wake told me to give you. Oh, and you'll need my keys to get around.
Wake told you to hand a page over.
Saga jabbed the selector on the jukebox, the missing record in its place. Saga couldn't have found it without Odin's help. A light bloomed in through the garden window.
The horror story beat me to Tor. I have to rescue him. The key to this overlap is an Old Gods of Asgard record. Odin will know more.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so let's profile Odin, because we can.
The page mentions a missing record. Do you know where it is, Odin?
Driven by passion, raging like a storm. Your grandfather made the song to apologize to your mother, Freya, and to you.
Of course your mother's literally called Freya.
Your mother did the right thing, leaving with you, even if it broke your grandfather's heart. And mine. Listen to the song, Saga. It's all there. Tor only had one record made. He keeps it in the museum.
Ah.
What's my mom's name? He's saying my mom took me away when I was still a baby.
That would make sense if you not remembering your grandparents. Plausible, like a story would have to be. Okay. Let's do the case board while we're here. Fact versus fiction. Let's go. Connection to those two.
Tor disappeared into the pond. It's another overlap. Has to be. How do I get inside?
Okay, this is going to be the overlap ritual. Finding that. Look for the hero.
The page says the record will open the overlap. Or is the page predetermining it? Am I just playing into the story?
The record is there. Dark Next Tads in Twitch chat says, "My goodness, is that the Laura K. Dale, famed author of books such as Stories of Autistic Joy and podcaster of Laura K. Buzz fame?" Indeed. Check out Stories of Autistic Joy now, or in like 2 weeks, check out the Gender Euphoria audiobook, narrated by myself. 8 hours and 9 minutes of me talking about trans stuff. Coming out on November 28th. That's pretty soon. Alright, okay, so I think we can leave here for the second. My gut says the Old Gods of Asgard record would be somewhere down here in the creepy basement with the Old Gods of Asgard stuff. But I'm assuming if it is, we can't find it until we've been told to find it. Okay, which page did I just find? It was one of them. Oh well. This is all lit up. I think I need to find my way out of the dark basement and back up above ground. I should be able to get into the Old Gods of Asgard Museum now because I have the key fob. Spare fuses now locked away. Code is in the laundry room.
It won't open.
Don't know what we would need fuses for right now, but is this the laundry room? No. Okay. Gotta get back into the house, which is...
something to cut this.
Get into the house. Can I just come around this way?
I need bolt cutters.
Sure. Couldn't... Oh, Ah, we're in. Cool. Hey, Artie. I don't think that was Artie. Where you going? Oh.
See Muster Point.
You all should stay out here a while. Until it's safe.
I'm happy to get out of that house. Isn't it strange that I've lived in Bright Falls my whole life and I can't remember this building?
Okay, yeah.
Always been here.
You've been written into being here.
When that poor Nora girl drowned in the bunker? Those Andersons got it so cheap because it's haunted. You get what you pay for.
Norman doesn't wear clothes, and at his age, I'm not going to make him.
Is there anyone who didn't show up?
A few. Artie, Gil, Cynthia.
If they aren't here by now, then they aren't coming. It's important to be punctual.
Okay.
Topic. I'd like to point out that our nightly decaf coffee service is almost half an hour behind schedule.
Have any of you noticed anything odd about Ms. Weaver?
Just that Tor won't leave the poor woman alone. That brute wants one thing, and one thing only.
Cynthia's gotten downright bossy. Take a swim in the pond, Norman. Drink some water, Norman. Well, no one tells Norman McDonald what to do.
That's clear, Norman.
Hello there. Are you Pat Maine from the radio?
That's me. And you're the federal agent everyone's been talking about. Would you have time for an interview at some point?
Oh, sorry. I'm kind of in a hurry right now. Love your show, though.
Also, like, FBI ongoing investigation probably isn't a thing you can talk about on the radio.
Quality, that's my motto. We'd be happy to have you on the show anytime, me and my listeners.
Mandy May, are you all right? You're bleeding.
Oh, how did that happen?
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, don't be a crybaby, Norman. It's nothing. I just poked my finger knitting this monster of a blanket.
Okay, they're all good. So I can go snooping. Oh, manuscript page. Odin Anderson stirred in his bed. Through the haze, he made out Saga. He felt useless. Wished he could tell Saga how his silly faces made her smile when she was young. Too young to remember. Odin used to joke that Tor was her grandfather, but he was the All-Father. Odin was the kinder brother. Tor lacked patience, was volatile. The brothers fought a lot, but they were inseparable. Tor was missing. Okay. Oh. You're right in here, sir. Well, you're just muttering my name, are you? Cool. Gotta find your missing brother. Gonna give me a minute. Hey. Old Gods of Asgard band member dead. Talented guitarist Bob Boulder, Fat Bob. When asked about his loss, Tor Anderson had this to say: "Get the fuck out of my face. Boulder is in Valhalla now. He fought cancer like a hero. Hell yes, I'm a big fan of the any battle that you win, that you go down fighting in, gets you through the gates of Valhalla, even if that battle that you lose is a battle against something like cancer." I have always appreciated that take.
Anger's Remorse. This is the one. But it's gone. Cynthia has the record. Anger's Remorse is missing.
Probably in Cynthia's room.
Our shame becomes the pale horse.
Ooh.
Oh, Tor. Bro. Tor's love for you is in that song. That's why Cynthia wants it. To ruin him. She made Tor lust after her. We fought one scratching hag years ago. Now he's fallen for another, and we might lose him for good. One less Anderson.
That isn't going to happen. Cynthia has Tor in the overlap. Anger's Remorse is the key to get there. I need to make Cynthia reveal its location.
I mean, we could just go to Cynthia's room and work it out. Okay. I think that's about it. Right, so where was Cynthia's room? Is that... I think Cynthia was the next floor up. Yeah, there's a few places we can get now.
No use crying in the dark place. What has been has gone. But trouble doesn't look like this. You can go to the basement and check the generator.
Oh, because it's...
T-fob's no good without power.
You can never know in which tree the devil sits.
Okay, so that'll now be that basement I was in where I needed to find the fuses. That's what that was about. Okay, I went to the basement too early and wasn't allowed to do that bit of the game yet. Okay, so we're looking for the laundry room. The laundry room has the code to where the fuses are. Remember, buy more fuses, many more crappy old equipment keeps blowing them. Okay, I've not yet found, like, the locked cupboard that the fuses are in. This is where they go.
Maybe there are spares nearby.
Yeah, somewhere there's going to be a locked box, and the code for it is in The laundry room. Okay, we never went.
Be opened on this
okay,
side.
we didn't go that way. Can't go through the little thing there. We can come under here.
It's not opening.
Okay, so where do we go? We gotta get into there somehow. Can't do this way.
I can't force it open.
Okay, what am I missing? Oh!
Shit. I need to get the power back on.
I do. The laundry room, is this where the code is? No.
It doesn't budge.
Laundry room. Okay, laundry room is there. Should be like just here.
Must be locked from the other side.
Okay, so that's where we're trying to get to. We need another way around. Gonna be into the workspace, turn left, go. Yeah, can't go through this little doorway here. Be another doorway or corridor on the left. Oh, and we crawled in here. Okay. Yeah, as soon as I started looking at the map, it was workoutable.
Emmett Elwood had had enough. All his life, he'd been surrounded by the same small-minded, impolite, ignorant people in town. Their endless gossip, their nose-picking, chewing food with their mouths open, not washing their hands after visiting the restroom, and touching things. Touching everything. The world was going to hell. He'd watched day after day how all the nice things in life in Bright Falls were spoiled and ruined forever. There would be a just and terrible reckoning. Emmett had imagined many times how he'd make them pay. He had lovingly tended his anger, made it grow hotter. It was out in the open now. Ugly and slobbering, they reached at him with their unwashed hands. He'd beat them down, beat them until they no longer moved. And then he'd wash his hands with a strong antibacterial disinfectant.
Wow. Anyway, let's crawl into this little tunnel. Can't open that. Ascertain, renowned filmmaker establishes artist commune.
Thomas Zane looked just like Wake.
Okay, so canonically,
Odin keeps calling him Tom.
We are supposed to make that connection. Okay. Okay. This will be the box with the fuse in. And the laundry room is what we are about to enter.
Cynthia Weaver had always kept her lantern close. Someone in the bathroom with her. In the dark. Dark water pressed itself into her. She screamed.
Okay, so the password to find the fuse is going to be in here. 273. Oh, you're just gonna tell me what the code is. It's not a puzzle. Remind the residents to leave my stuff alone. I think they hate me. 273. Nice and simple. It literally just told me the number. Now, can I open the shortcut back? Because once the power's back on, I want to go find out what that film projector would show me. Oh no, yeah, it's not there. It's here.
There. Power's back on.
And come this way again. Got the projectors.
Is this something they watch on movie night? That looks just like Casey. What the hell is going on?
Okay, so the fact it looks like Casey, again, is canonical in reality, which suggests, yeah. Ow. Very curious. Oh, got kind of disoriented there. Where am I? Not the dead body. I feel really bad walking around this old people's home shooting old people with a shotgun. They're not real, they're taken, it's all pretend or whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna have to call it a night soon for the stream, because I am starting to get that overheaty feeling that predates me getting motion sick. Like, it's tired plus motion sick's about to hit. I start getting very warm and flush. So we're gonna try and go a little longer, but next good stopping point, I think we're gonna have to call it a night for tonight. And find a good point where I can come back tomorrow and be like, I remember exactly what was going on. Yeah, I don't know if it's a common symptom, but it's one I know I get. I start to feel like hot and flush in the face before I get motion sick. And it's why one of the things that I tend to try and do to, like, stop motion sickness happening is open a window, like, or turn on a fan, get some cold air blowing on my face. Putting off the hot flush feeling in my face somehow delays the motion sickness happening, and I couldn't explain to you how that works.
I feel like I'm missing some context here. I'm guessing the woman in this photograph was not Cynthia's favorite. A lantern. Was Cynthia using it for protection?
Yes, she was the lamp lady.
Did she know about the dark presence?
Yes, she very much did.
A power station. Everyone needs a hobby, I guess.
Okay. Tom's lamp is gone. The lamp with the angel on it. Oh, the one that Alan's been using in the other world. He always loved that lamp. It disappeared from my room. The darkness is here after all these years. It took Tom's lamp. I know it did. The lights are going out more and more. There's no one left to stop it. I can't do it on my own. Not anymore. I have nothing left of Tom now. I don't know what I'm going to do. I need Tom's lamp back. I need Tom back.
The dark presence uses people's memories, their fears, to corrupt them.
Okay. Ooh, interesting. Terra in the Twitch chat says, theory, it wasn't Saga's daughter Logan that drowned, but Saga as a toddler. And Zane used story magic to bring her back, and Freya left town so the Dark Presence couldn't mess with you. Interesting thought. Interesting thought. Sorry, yeah, so it's this way.
Cynthia would deal with the nasty Anderson fellow. Tor, always poking people with his hammer. He had it coming.
Okay, if the record isn't in here, and this isn't where I find the clue to it, I guess look in Spiral Room.
Was Cynthia into civil engineering?
Okay, let's use the case board. He was hearing whispers, probably was taken. Okay. Right, Gale's room. Gunpowder Master says, do you think you can make special monitors that prevent motion sickness? Not really. The problem with motion sickness is your eyes are seeing motion, but your like the fluid in your ears that like feels you moving, your vestibular system, just doesn't feel you moving. And for some people, like myself, that mismatch of information makes the brain freak out. It goes, why am I seeing movement but not feeling movement? It triggers feeling ill because it's one of my systems is lying to me. Either I can see movement but I'm not moving, or I am moving but I can't feel it. And it's trying to go, something's wrong, work out which of your systems isn't getting the right information. Not much you can do monitor-wise with that. Sometimes when traveling, and I haven't tried them for gaming, but I honestly might have to for first-person games, I have a stupid little pair of glasses that are like spirit levels in little circular frames, and then circular spirit levels that go on the side of your face and your peripherals, just so you have like a reference point of like what is or is not moving, like a visual thing that says even if it looks like it's moving, the spirit level isn't moving, so you're not moving. In cars, it has been surprisingly effective for stopping me feeling motion sick. I've not tried it for gaming, and if you don't mind me looking like an absolute fool on stream, it might not be a bad idea for me to try popping a pair on stream. Stuff that's making me motion sick, just to see does it help in that context. It's just giving your eyes something to go like, oh, my ears don't feel movement and my eyes can see because of the spirit level that they're not moving. Seems to help.
Wheeler set up a foundation with the sales of their greatest hits album.
I'll see if I can find an image of this silly thing.
The old men deserved it. An old manor in Bright Falls. Wheeler hired a contractor to have it refitted as an old folks' care home. At this point, Wheeler felt good about himself. He had a heart of gold. No need to feel guilty. Wheeler left the work to the contractor and returned to New York City. He had done his part. It was time to turn over a new leaf. The contractors figured out Wheeler was gone for good. They took the money and ran. When the fall rains came, the leaks started appearing.
Yeah, so this is basically what I would look like on stream. You see what I mean? They're just spirit levels you wear on your face. I might try wearing them for a stream and see if it helps. Strangle 3D in the Twitch chat says, you mentioned that some first-person shooter games have this problem and others don't. What would be some examples? I'm curious, because while FPSs seem really similar on the surface, there's a few ways of doing them and my brain's going blur over it. I made an accessibility episode about motion sickness you can go check out that talks about some of the common triggers that do it. A narrow field of view. First-person games tend to do it because your camera movement is like very direct and you don't have a reference point of it's moving around a character. That's not my frame of view, but usually it's things like Motion blur can do it. Head bob, if you're like bouncing around. Games that have center screen reticles, like a permanent dot in the center of the screen, tend to make you motion sick less. There's a few things going on. Yes, there. Artie's room is open.
I found an empty record sleeve. Do you know where the record inside went?
Oh, the matter is not my business. Mutta niin, sanotaanko vaikka, että but she who steals a needle steals a nail. Wonders of the modern world. Music captured on vinyl, on tape. What will they come up with next? Mitähän ne vielä keksi? I'm a man of the old union.
Do you know anything about the cult of the tree?
Yes, yes. He who reaches for a spruce tree will stumble into a juniper. Bloom was one of them.
Every one of your turns of phrase is beautiful, sir.
I wouldn't want to be in his shoes, but I like his shoes.
How did you know Blum was part of the cult?
Oh, Fox never runs out of tricks. He's a crazy man, and he will show his ways. Bloom like to talk.
Okay. Let me dig around in your chest of drawers.
There are pieces of George on the floor everywhere. The black stuff. Sedating. Very bad. I need to clean it all away. Perkele, kun sotketaan joka paikka.
Oh, I can't get into that room with the key fob.
Mikä paikka tämä on?
Cynthia, surely. What is in your room? Can I profile Cynthia now? No. Okay, is there anywhere I have not been in this building? Oh yeah, there is. Okay, yeah, there is definitely a point of interest in this room I have not found. What have I failed to find?
Tours are romantic, huh?
Still a point of interest. What have I missed? Oh. Did that clue just take a while to update? No. I don't have a clue available. Did it tell me I have a clue available? I don't know. Yeah, Gumbo Master at this point say it. What am I missing? There should have been a record in the bathtub. There is not a record in the bathtub. Okay. Let me see if I can pull off that walkthrough. Okay, we found the fuse. Okay, follow the sound of smashing bulbs. Bet Cynthia's notes. Oh. Oh, I've come here too soon. Oh, that's not how the light's meant to work. Where was I supposed to check for the record other than here? It seemed like the obvious place. It wasn't in the Old Gods of Asgard Museum. Cynthia seemed to know about it. Yeah, no, I came to the museum. I was in here, we looked at the thing. It wasn't here, we got a clue about that. Yeah, because I looked at a walkthrough a second ago and it was telling me that, like, yeah, there should be, like, a shadow on the bath I can dispel that'll do something. Because, yeah, you're right, the thing should be in the bathtub. Okay, I think we might just have to call it here, and I'll come back in fresh, so I've had a rest. I think trying to power through while feeling motion sick already is, like, not a good... It's not a good time for me to be trying to power through. Let me find the place where I save. Where do I save? In the back corner. We just have one more look at that walkthrough just in case I'm missing anything silly. Follow the sound of smashing bulbs to the 3rd floor. You can unlock Cynthia's room. Enter the bathroom. You can find a manuscript page left on the ground by the swirling shadows that block the bathtub. Oh yeah, I picked up the manuscript page, but I don't remember there being anything swirling there. I'm going to try I'm going to try just reloading... Reloading this save just in case that kicks this back into working. It feels like there's a glitch has happened. I'm probably not going to play much further tonight anyway. I'm just double checking. I'll double check if there's an interactable I missed, but it seems like those things, at least from having looked at the walkthrough for a minute, are supposed to be just optional bits of lore. The rest of that stuff around Cynthia's room. Oh, profiling. Can I profile... Oh, I reset the game and it lets me profile Cynthia now. Yeah, the game bugged.
Cynthia targeted Tor specifically.
Yeah, this option just wasn't available.
Nasty Anderson fellow.
Yeah, I want to get the record and save, and that's what we'll call it.
Leaks started appearing. It was too late. Shut her out of her own case.
The dark presence is using Cynthia to keep me from talking to Tor.
Yeah, no shit. That is very clear.
Cynthia was close to someone named Thomas Zane. Who is he?
Tom was back. Tom had enemies. In a fancy hotel. Just his imagination. A nightmare started to creep in. Cynthia Weaver smiled.
An old flame. Maybe Tom was taken. Where is Angus Remorse now?
He is was a young girl in love. A rock and roll cliche. The shadows to come alive. A gift. An on-off death wish.
She has the record. I can get it out of her. Anger's remorse. Where is it, Cynthia?
Drowned beneath dark.
Okay, yeah, I can't find her record under the water until I've mind interrogated her and she's told me it's in the water.
She screamed. An old folks care home.
The Anger's remorse record is in Cynthia's room. In her bathtub. Cynthia took the record and I brought it back.
There we go. That's what wasn't activating.
A bathtub, a pond, a lake. There's a theme here.
This is more like it. Here we go. Yep, now that's on the surface of the water. Now the record's there. That would be why my torch wasn't working right in this room. I was meant to have done that before I came here, but that hadn't activated. Cool. I think we're gonna go save, and then next time we can hop in with... Pop the record in the machine, go get Tor out of the dark place, and probably head toward the end of the game. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. I will be back with some more of this soon. I might do like a little daytime stream of this tomorrow, but if I do, there will be VOD up on YouTube. I hope folks enjoy. I will be back streaming on Wednesday night. Maybe the end of this. Maybe this will be done by then. I'd like to finish this on a stream tomorrow just so that it's out of the way before Podquisition. But hope you all have a good rest of your day, and I will be back soon. Goodbye.